Good morning, welcome to today's RC coffee chat, and that's the second one already today, and I really am not awake. So for today's RC coffee chat, we have the C1 Chaser and the Center of Gravity challenge. Trying to get a set up for FPV. I've got some photos for you on that one in a moment. Is there anything worth buying on Banggood's Black Friday sales so far? Not yet is the short answer for that one. Oh crap, weather for the next couple of days. Boo. Get FPV sent me some antennas which weren't great, and we'll get onto that discussion in a moment. And also the vector is a topic of discussion today as well. So with that said, CofG challenge with the C1 Chaser. Let me go and get some photos up so you can see the kind of challenge which I was having, trying to cram everything into the C1 Chaser. So there she is on my workbench, and let me move this around so you can see what's going on. I put the video transmitter right there. That ended up coming forwards quite a bit. We've got the L9R out on the wing, and that also ended up coming forwards a bit because the CofG line is like here. So I had to do everything possible to get weight forwards. I did start off with the idea of putting the run cam on the lid. That would be my preferred approach because there is a little wooden board underneath there. But that ended up going out on the nose to get a little bit of extra weight on the nose. Almost, I hasten to add, because I did come up with a solution, which was a bit of a challenge. So there's the first photo. That is a 3.3 4S pack, and it still wasn't balancing. Even cramming the components in there, and I tried to do the original route, which was to get the vector at the back and then put the battery in the front. So I tried to go with the layout which I wanted, and I just couldn't get the CofG to sit right. I could get the CofG to sit right if I put a 5200 4S pack in there. That's one of the multi-star packs. I've got one next to me, one of those. I could get the CofG to balance out on that. But then that did mean that I need to make a mezzanine like on top of the battery, which you could make out of foam board, but we are very, very restricted on height, on like above the battery and below the lid. There is plenty of room. There is room there, but it would be extremely tight. And yeah, my concern is like the battery moving and then getting the alignment spot on when you're on the flight line. So that is possible, but probably with a smaller battery or a flatter battery to get that right. So I might have a play around in making a mezzanine in there. I might, foam board would be the obvious one, but now thinking about it, maybe I could measure out and 3D print a little mezzanine to go in there. That would give it would be much more rigid. That could work. But that does mean some faffing around with some calipers and then working out a decent fixing mechanism for either side. So that will be fun. That would definitely be fun. What else did I try? That was a 5000 3S battery pack. Again, that fit in there nicely. With CofG came alright, even with the ESC at the back. It seems to be my challenge right now is around getting the ESC in the right place to get everything to balance out. And again, in that case, I still need that mezzanine to be able to get the battery to get the vector in there, because there just isn't enough room at the back, and I'm not too sure about putting the vector on its side. It's got the arrow which points forward, so yeah. I'm not too happy about changing the orientation of the actual vector itself. So what else we got? So we got another photo there. There was me playing again. See, I've had to put the camera out the front and you'll notice a little tip for you is that when you're while you've got the model on the desk, you can just sellotape on the components roughly where you think they need to be, and that seems to work quite well. It's a great way of like prototyping the finished article. Then I had a bit of a stroke of genius. That is 8 Lion cells, and that made her nose heavy, which then meant I could put the vector at the back. So yeah, with 18650 batteries, then it did balance out, and in fact it was too nose heavy, which was a good thing in this case. So then I would then be able to put the camera on the lid. It does mean that I can put the vector at the back, which is happy days. But then I'm left with the challenge of soldering up these batteries, and unfortunately I only have 6 of these 18650 3500 milliamp hour packs. And I've put 2 extra cells in there. It did also balance when I put just the 6 batteries at the front, and that would be really, really cool. But I'm 50-50 on that one right now. I'm not entirely sure on my approach for this model right now, for converting her to FPV. I think I definitely need to investigate this route with the 18650 batteries, but then that does put that out the reach of you, because the soldering of those batteries does have a challenge associated with it. Whereas that if we used a standard flight battery pack and a printable mezzanine, at least that you would be able to, even if you didn't have a 3D printer, you could download the STL files and then get them printed off for a couple of quid off the interwebs. So I think it would be a good idea for me to go investigate the mezzanine in this one today, and to see what I can get on. But that model is on hold right now. I think I might just hook up some FPV on it just to give her a fly round. What I intended doing with it, it definitely does mean a vector, in short. So yeah, this hobby gets expensive fast. So yeah, that's been my challenges with the C1 Chaser, is the conversion to FPV. Is that it could just do with like an extra inch in the nose, and then that would be happy days, so we can get everything forwards a touch and still have some meat left in the foam. So yeah, battery's charged, by the way. So yeah, that's my challenge with that. Next topic, anything worth buying on Banggood Black Friday sales. I'll put a link to this in the video description for you. They do have the little TX02 FPV camera. You saw me do a review on that one a while ago. It did have a bit of a fisheye effect on it, but it worked great. It was fantastic on the little micro quad. I'd swapped it over for the other one, which the one which I've got on there at the moment is actually quite an expensive one. It's an FX 797T, which is about 30 quid. Yeah, it's definitely seen better days. We've only got 2 lobes on there, and one of the lobes is not even soldered on anymore. But the picture quality is fine. In fact, I think I lost the lobe. Oops. So yeah, they've come out. I am thinking of getting the kids one of these little H8 mini quadcopters. I've had 3 of those before. Really, really good fun. Utter crap for putting an FPV camera on top though. Utter rubbish. They just can't hold the extra weight on the top. Next topic which we've got. Oh man, check out that weather. So I've got to be in the office today, and it's not great, and even the wind direction for slope soaring is not great either. We got a patch of rain this afternoon, but Thursday, bit of a wet fish. Friday, even wetter. And then Saturday, looks like we might have a rain shower in the middle of the day, which is not helpful, to say the least. On the bright side, if we get up early, not bad winds, perfectly flyable. And then Sunday, oh geez, that looks like a slope soaring day, because 15, 16, 15, not great, but the wind direction is good, so it might turn out to be a slope soaring day on Sunday, by the looks of it, because Friday is looking a bit of a write-off, because I don't know if you noticed, oh look Matt, look, into the evening it's good. No, sunset, 4:15. It gets dark pretty quick here now, which is really spoiling the flying fun. Happy days. Now, I was going to discuss chargers, but I'm going to save that one for tomorrow. I'm not going to say it's a new model, because the second you go and stick it in the Googler, there is, it's been around for years. In short, it's the My Dream MTD FPV 1.8 meter span aircraft. And I started looking it up, and it's absolutely bloody enormous. Look at the size of it. Look at that bloke there. Look at the size of that model. The fuselage. You can fit a small child in that and still fly it. It's absolutely bonkers big. Yeah, in short. Oh, right, the other topic which I've got, I'll put a link to that one in the video description for you as well. The other bit of fun I had yesterday, so I bought some antennas for an ornament to go on here, those of you which recognise what frequency they use. But look at the little nibs on the top. So it was brand new and it turned up in the box. And let's have a look. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it on there. And then over there, all the tops of the antenna were showing bare metal. And I think what had happened is where it had been in the box and there's no foam in the bottom of the box, and it gets rubbed around and the plastic dip had got worn off. You don't expect that for a new product, and you've just seen the weather here. Shocking. So within an hour putting that outdoors, it will come back rusted. So I wasn't particularly impressed. So I shot Get FPV a message saying, guys, this has just turned up like this. I've taken it out of the box. Hey, look, I even got it on video as well. What can you do about it? So they offered me a $15 refund. But frankly, I'm still a bit pissed that it was brand new and it's got that wear on it already. He's like, come on, like, give me a chance of like wearing it out myself. And where's the other one? Yeah, look, you can see the shiny bits on all the corners around on the top. No fun. Wasn't that impressed with it. But they did offer a $15 refund, and apparently Dave's got some plastic dip stuff which we can cover with it as well. So they do include some stickers in the box. That cheered me up a bit, to be honest, but yeah, not impressed. And the last topic for this morning, I have to do the Vector setup videos today, so that is on my desk waiting to go. So that's an Eagle Tree Vector with a dangling GPS and a L9R on the side. I do need to do the setup of that one today because I really do need to get this mini Talon up in the sky. I don't know. Well, you saw yesterday in yesterday's RC Coffee Chat. Dave was like trying to follow me, and my Phantom was up and down all over the sky. So yeah, I really need to get the Phantom. The Talon done. I'm just looking around at her. I've got the motor in. I've got the front camera mount on there. I'm sat here with some 3mm plywood, eyeing up a little board for the Runcam 2, and that's a Runcam Owl to sit on the front. So I need to get that made up today and get the little servo mounted sorted. Yeah, so it's just progressing while it's chucking it down outside or not ideal weather. And that does mean that I do need to do part 2 of the Vector setup. So that will be go and read the manual. It's an 88-page plus manual, and the irony is that most questions are already answered in there, and it's definitely worth reading at least 3 times if you have an Eagle Tree Vector. And then we'll also download the software, and then we'll connect it up for its first time and then calibrate it. And I've got a little tip on that calibration step, and yeah, happy days, happy days. So I need to get that one done this morning. I've got the iPad here sat next to me on charge, so I can do that. Oh, and I've also got a challenge around, I bought some of the pitot tubes, whatever you pronounce it, basically the airspeed sensors. But the bloomin' lead which comes with it is just way too short. So that really needs to be out on the... Oh, I could put it on the top, then it wouldn't be too short. So yeah, I need to work out where that's going to go on the Mini Talon. On the wing in clean air would be the best place. But I'm kind of restricted on the length of the lead. So yeah, that is a bit of a pain, especially because I'm having the GPS right out in the front of the nose. I've already cut the hole for it, so it's going out near the nose, whether cables are long enough or not. So I might have to knock up an extension S-bus cable, or yeah, bus cable for it. So that'll be fun. I'll find that one out later today. Now, I will get onto the topic of the chargers tomorrow, and yeah, that's my list for today done. So yeah, thank you for joining for me today for today's RC Coffee Chat. We got a new model. Might have a little quad for the kids in about 10 days time. What else do we? Oh yeah, pants weather. That's probably why I'm not in a fantastic mood today, because I've just seen the weather for the next couple of days, and that's pants. But Saturday and Sunday, let's end this on a positive note. Saturday and Sunday, what do we have? Saturday, yeah, perfectly flyable, especially in the morning if you get up nice and early. And then Sunday could turn into a pretty good slope soaring day. I haven't done slope soaring for about 2 weeks, so maybe more actually. So yeah, maybe a bit of slope action coming up shortly. So with that said, if you are flying today, please chuck a battery in for me, because I will be stuck here in the office. And definitely stuck here in the office on Thursday and Friday as well. Boo! So with that said, from myself, Matt, thank you ever so much for joining me today for today's RC Coffee Chat. And whether you're flying or not, have a good one. Cheerios!